And this is what happens when I come home from a parts run. Hey everybody, soybean farmer. Day 2 on this project. Yeah, I'm slow. Alright, I've been all around this and I've got it clean. Got the old gasket scraped off. Got the bearing surface clean. You can run your finger over it. And I'm satisfied that that's going to give me a good seal. But over here, what's going on? Now before you look at this, I want to tell you I done made up my mind to change the fluid in this. But my wife came down here last night to tell me that dinner was ready. And I was scraping on this gasket, complaining about it was going to take forever because I was trying not to get the debris inside of there. And she come up with this wonderful idea. Take that piece of newspaper and put it in there, and then just go crazy scraping and brushing and polishing, and whatever fell in there I could take the shop back and vacuum it out. Well, that started off to be a job because I had no clue what I was doing. I don't do a lot of this kind of work. But there it is, all cleaned up. Now I'll tell you what how I did it and what I did. I started off with that scraper tool right there. I took that to the grinding wheel and cut me a pretty sharp edge on it. And that was still a lot of work. I mean, it was going to be hours out here. So, you know, I'm the kind of person that says, well, this is not working good. What else have I got? What else can I do? So I went and got the old Milwaukee drill here. This, with this wire wheel thing on it. And it was a huge improvement over the hand-powered scraper tool. And I said, well, I'm still going to be out here the rest of the afternoon. What else have I got? What else can I do? And then I went and got that thing. That's one of those vibrating type sanders. And I put a piece of extremely aggressive, it's like 40 grit. Of course, I didn't got a lot of grit left to it now. That was the tool. That was the way to get a gasket off. That thing's clean. I mean, it's polished. It's looking good. And this is what happens when I come home from a parts run and find my adorable wife sitting in here playing with her favorite hobby, which is quilting. And she's got all her little squares spread out on the floor here, and she's deciding how she wants to arrange them for this next big quilt project she's got going on. Cool. So as y'all can see, she's getting along real good now, enjoying herself today. Well, that was a fun bucket shuffle. That's what they call a 8-quart pan, and that's what they call a 5-quart pan, and that's what they call a 5-gallon bucket. I started off with filling that one. I pushed it out of the way, did the quick shuffle, and got that 5-gallon, and then I realized we were going to have overflow. So I grabbed that little 5-quart pan, and it's trickling, drizzling now, as you can see. Here's a look-see down in here to see what it looks like. I wiped out some of the dirty looking stuff that was in there. There's some more of it. I need another rag and I'll go wipe it out. But yeah, that thing goes right down in there right good ways. We're at the point where it's time to put fluid back in this thing. And I was watching the way Rachel and her dad did theirs, and I agree with them. It'd be a lot easier to pour it back in through that big hole than it would the normal fill outlet. So let's go around here and take this 5-gallon bucket and see what we can do. That's a Lucas product. It's got a stop leak in it. I put some of this in here about 10 years ago when I had a axle seal that was leaking, and it stopped it. So I'm putting it back in there. Well, that was about atypical, par for the course. I got it all back together, double checked, triple checked. Had a real bear of a time wrestling that thing back in there. That camera was on high speed, and it actually took me about 20 minutes. But I was successful. I did not tear the gasket. I put just a little dab of Permatex product between the gasket and the tractor. Let the gasket get kind of sticky to that, and then started fighting that thing back in there. It was a fight, but I believe successful. I believe I won. Check it out, y'all. I didn't really mess up my concrete too bad. Already put down some cat litter to catch the spots that I did mess up. Yeah, battery charged up, tractor cranked. I don't think I could be any more delighted. This is a complete repair. Oh man, I'm so happy right now. With all the people that gave me, tips and help to do this, thank you very much for that. Thank you so much. But let me show you. We'll walk over here. There's two things I'm really excited about. All right, what I was showing you right there is it's dry, it's not leaking. And the other thing I want to show you, look at the lift arms sticking out behind the tires there. Notice how they're just sitting there? They're not doing that go up and down thing. See, isn't that cool? I don't know all the names of the parts, but I took them out and cleaned them, and there was a lot of crap in that what do you call that thing, piston pump, or piston. It's not a pump, it's the piston that makes those go up and down. And I didn't buy any new parts for it, but I just cleaned it real good, and it was full of junk. I cleaned the screen. It's not a filter, it's a screen type thing. It had a lot of garbage and junk on it, and with the new fluid and all that cleanup, it fixed it. That thing had a real aggravation of sitting there. It would leak down and then jump back up, leak down and then jump back up. It's in the full upright position right now. Well, I can fix my driveway. We've had 3 solid days of no rain. I just drove around across the field out there a little bit, testing the tractor. It's pretty solid. Everybody, thanks for hanging out with me and watching this series on fixing the hydraulic leak on the little Ford tractor. And again, thank you to everybody who shared their knowledge with me about things to do to get this fixed. I get that muffler painted black, that's gonna look good. Bye, y'all. Oh yeah, God bless each and every one of y'all. Bye, y'all.